Parents, welcome to How to Teach Your Kids When to Use a Period, question mark, or exclamation point. Begin by reminding kids that every sentence begins with a capital letter and every sentence ends with a punctuation mark that means to stop. The punctuation marks can be a period or a question mark or an exclamation point. A statement sentence tells about something or someone, as in the sentence, I help people, and that ends in a period. An asking sentence asks a question, as in the sentence, where are you? And that ends in a question mark. And an exclamation sentence shows strong emotion, as in the sentence, she scared me, and that ends in an exclamation point. Remind kids that all of the punctuation marks, a period, a question mark, or an exclamation point, means to stop at the end of the sentence. Take a pause before reading the next sentence. Begin the activities with statement sentences that begin with capital letters and end in periods. With kids, read each sentence and point to the capital letter and the period. Begin with the fireman and his sentence and then continue down that column. Once the sentences are read, discuss with kids how all the sentences tell something about someone. Follow the same procedures with the second column and then discuss how all the sentences tell about something: a tire, a dog, an apple, and an airplane. Now have kids draw a line from each statement sentence to its picture. If kids need help reading, it is fine to read the sentences with them. This is a completed example. Now have kids place the capital letters and the periods where they belong. Have them read each sentence, write the capital letter over the lowercase letter, and then add the period. And again, it is fine to read each sentence with kids. And this is a completed example. Now the sentences have been put together to make a paragraph. Again, have kids place letters and periods where they belong. This is a completed example. Now with kids, read the paragraph. Remind kids that a period means to pause, make a little stop at the end of each sentence, and then begin reading the next sentence. This is my dog. His name is Rascal. We play together. I throw the ball to Rascal. He jumps up and catches it. We will play again tomorrow. Now have kids write a capital C if the sentence is correct, or write a capital NC if the sentence is not correct, and if it is not correct, then have them write it correctly. The first sentence is marked capital NC for not correct because the period is missing from the end of the sentence. Kids need to rewrite the sentence and add the period. The second sentence is marked capital C for correct because the first letter is capitalized and the sentence ends in a period, so it doesn't have to be rewritten. The third sentence is marked NC, not correct, because the first letter is not capitalized and the period is missing. So kids need to write the sentence again with a capital S and a period at the end. The sentence is marked C for correct because the first letter is capitalized and the sentence ends in a period, so kids do not need to rewrite it. This is a completed example. Now introduce kids to when to use a question mark. A question mark comes at the end of a sentence that asks a question. Asking sentences often begin with question words: who, what, where, when, why, and how. With kids, read the examples, emphasizing these question words. Who will mail the letter? What kind of pie do you want? Where are you going camping? When are you going to clean your closet? Why is the cat in the hat? How do you want your hair cut? In this activity, remind kids that an asking sentence asks a question, and it begins with a capital letter and ends in a question mark. In this activity, read each sentence with kids and point to each capital letter, question word, and the question mark at the end. In this activity, have kids circle the question word and write the question mark for each sentence. This is the completed example. Now have kids add a period or a question mark to the end of each sentence. This is the completed example. Now introduce kids to when to use exclamation points. Exclamation points come at the end of sentences that show strong emotion such as excited, happy, joyful, proud, scared, and worried. Read the examples with kids. I can't wait to open my present. It's a great day. I love my horse. I won the spelling bee. She scared me. My cat is stuck in the tree. Now with kids, read each sentence, point to the capital letter and the exclamation point at the end of each sentence. Now have kids circle the capital letter and write an exclamation point for each sentence. This is the completed example. Have kids add a question mark or an exclamation point to the end of each sentence. Remind kids if the sentence is asking a question, it needs a question mark. And if the sentence is showing strong emotion, it needs an exclamation point. The first sentence is an exclamation sentence. It shows the emotion of excitement. This is an asking sentence, and it starts with the question word when. This is an asking sentence, and it starts with the question word what. This is an exclamation sentence, and it shows the emotion of worried. This is an asking sentence, and it starts with the question word what. This is an exclamation sentence. It shows the emotion of being happy. This is an exclamation sentence. It shows the emotion of scared. This is an asking sentence, and it starts with the question word who. This is an asking sentence, and it starts with the question word what. This is a completed example. Have kids write a capital C if the sentence is correct, or write a capital NC if the sentence is not correct, and if it is not correct, have them write it correctly. This is a completed example. In this activity, each group of sentences has a statement, question, and exclamation sentence. Have kids fill in the ending punctuation for each sentence. One sentence in each group has a period, one will have a question mark, and one will have an exclamation point. With kids, read the first group of sentences. What is this? It is hot chocolate, and it is so delicious. The first sentence is asking a question and starts with the question word what. So the question mark needs to be placed at the end of this sentence. The second sentence is a statement sentence. It is telling what kind of drink it is. It is hot chocolate. So a period needs to be placed at the end of this sentence. The third sentence is an exclamation sentence. It is showing the emotion of enjoyment. So an exclamation point needs to be placed at the end of this sentence. And this is the completed example. Now have kids write the correct ending punctuation for each sentence. This is the completed example. Today is Saturday. It is a sunny day. What should we do? We could go to the park. Yes, let's go to the park and have a picnic. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe. And as always, I will leave a link for all the free printable templates in the description section.